Lee, good to see you.
Hey, Kevin, good to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Better now that I'm with you and we got ourselves a beautiful lawn.
Yeah, not bad.
Let's go.
So I want to talk about push mowers.
Okay.
We got 3 of them out here. I got a gas one, I have a battery operated one, and a manually one.
All right, let's talk gas first. What do you like? What don't you like?
Nice machine, power, a lot of moving parts though.
Yeah.
You know, we have the oil, spark plug. Over here is your air filter.
So more moving parts, more things that I've got to take care of, that I've got to maintain.
Yes, yes.
And louder, which is, you know, we're used to it, but the neighbors don't always like it.
True, a lot of noise ordinances out there. Okay.
All right, but standard, standby, tried and true. What about this one?
We have over here the battery operated ones. Really nice, heavy duty, batteries in there.
These have come a long way.
They have come a long way. They have come a long way.
So what am I getting in terms of coverage? Like how much?
This one here, you can probably do like a quarter of an acre, a little bit, maybe a little bit more on a full charge battery.
Not so
but
bad.
I suggest always have a couple extra batteries.
And again, we like them because for the environment, we're not burning gas, but quiet.
Quiet. This one here actually has lights, so you can cut your grass at night.
Or you could cut my grass at night with the lights. All right.
But these work really well.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Look at this, old school.
Old school.
Oh my
All
gosh.
my grandparents had one of these.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, look at that.
But you like the way the cut it gives, right?
I love the way it cuts the grass.
Look at all those blades.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Cuts them all nice and sharp.
All right. And use it if you need a workout.
Exactly. Small courtyards, all the ways. You know?
All right, so let's
What do you
talk about when we're mowing, but when we're not mowing.
Okay. When in the morning, after it's raining or watering like that, don't cut it.
You don't like cutting wet lawn?
Yeah, because it will clog up your machine and it will maybe stress out the grass.
Okay.
All right, so I don't want to do that.
Dry lawn.
Dry lawn's perfect. Okay. Always.
What about height?
Height, I like to do take a third off. I like to cut certain times of the year shorter than others. Springtime a little bit short, fall short, but in the summertime I want to cut it high and take a little third off.
So you're thinking about every cut is taking just a third off.
Correct.
So you don't want, so like how high, like is it too high sometimes to cut?
Yes, and then I'd probably bring in the trimmer. You know what I mean? If the grass is really high.
Oh, you're gonna hit it with this first?
Yes, I would do this. If the grass is really high.
Like how high?
I'd say knee high.
Yeah.
That's high.
That's high. Someone forgot to mow the lawn.
Exactly. So that, I would use the trimmer in here, okay? And this will less stress in the grass. So I'd hit that, and then after that, then I would come back in and cut it with the lawnmower.
Beautiful. All right. Things to think about before we start, once we've decided that it is okay to cut?
So I would check your blades are really important. See this one here?
So I'm gonna just reach underneath here. Oh, you got some right there. So I look underneath.
Yep, you got blades in there, right?
That's there. It looks pretty good, but it might not if I've been going after it hard.
That's probably about a season.
And so this is the cutting edge here.
Yes.
Another cutting edge right there.
Yep.
Not only rusted, but also dull.
Yes. And then look at what we have. This is
ideally
the new one I sharpened up.
Look at that.
Razor sharp, and it gives you a nice cut.
So your idea is pop them off, give them a nice sharpen.
Correct.
Or have someone do it?
Yes. You have hardware stores will do them, as well as small lawn engine places, they'll do them too as well.
Beautiful.
Okay.
You probably do them all the time.
Yes,
for
we do.
a regular homeowner, how often do you think you're doing them?
For just a season. If you're cutting the grass once a week, you can get away with it for a season.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but it's good to always have 2, just in case.
All right, so it's dry enough and it's not too high. We're ready to mow. You want to give it a look, make sure there's no, things in the lawn, beer cans or something from the night before. I'm just saying,
So I want you to make sure we have no toys out there. Also, nice pair of shoes, sneakers, no sandals.
Closed toe. My dad used to make me wear boots.
Really?
Every time. Yeah. I was seeing a little bit of like overkill, but I still do it. Okay. All right.
We got our safety glasses.
So obviously glasses.
Correct. Things come flying out of these things.
Yeah.
All right. And some air protection.
Okay. Right. So you ready to show me some technique?
All right, let's get going. Cut some grass. Let's get started. What do you think? So I like to cut the grass about 3 inches.
Yeah.
Okay, especially this time of year in this region.
So this time of year meaning what? Different heights, different times?
Correct. So springtime, I want to cut it a little bit shorter, 2 inches. Fall, I want to cut it about 2 inches. In the summertime, due to the hot weather that we have, and we have a cool weather grass, so that's why I want to do that.
So cool weather, it's growing faster. It's okay to get after it.
Correct.
When it slows down in the summer, you don't want to.
Exactly.
So we're going to go put the adjustment in.
So this one here, easy.
Oh,
3 inches I'm going to do.
Beautiful.
Back in the day, they used to have.
You have to adjust each wheel.
Exactly. Now it's one lever. It's nice, really convenient.
If you do the mowing and it passes, I'll follow along with the trimmer.
Awesome. All right, ready?
Ready.
So what I like to do is I like to cut the perimeter first, and I want to do at least 2 passes. So that gives me room so I can go and turn in those 2 perimeters and cut my grass.
All right.
Okay?
And then once you do the perimeter, is that when you're hitting it with the string trimmer?
After, yes, correct. Yep. But you don't want to get too close to the bed.
With the mower?
Correct. Because you can fall into it, you know, things like that. Damage the bed, damage the machine, things like that. I don't want to do that.
Looks good, right?
What do you think?
Yeah, cleans right up.
Not
That's
bad.
nice.
Not bad.
All right.
So what we got? I have some clippings in here.
So you're definitely of the ilk to pick them up. Don't leave them on the lawn, right?
Correct.
That's good.
It's a lot of stuff in there. I'm gonna dump this out. These things here can go to your local towns. Will pick them up. You know, put them on curbside, or just even have a nice compost in the backyard.
Very good. Well, hopefully people got everything they need to know about the mowers and how to properly mow the lawn.
I think we did a good job. Nice job.
You got it. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.